even with purples, you will struggle with this battle a little bit. Because this boss has quite a bit of defense on them, with the exception of one part of their bodies. And judging by the title of this dungeon, you can probably guess what it is. But it's not Burrowing Snagret. Oh no, it's definitely not. I can assure you that. But we'll see in a moment what it is. But first of all, let's get our purples flowered up, and let's get everyone flowered up for that matter. Okay, that's not the... Well, actually, no. I don't think any of our purples are... I mean, yeah. I don't think any of our purples are actually leaves, so we don't actually need to worry about that. Okay. So, let's get our purples ready with us, and I really wish I had more than one red potion. And actually, that's why it'd be a good idea to actually inspect some of these eggs before we do that real quick. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go around the hole. I'm going to inspect every egg in case there's red potions in them. And I'll meet you guys back here when we're ready to take on the boss. I just accidentally activated the boss. This is the Pleading Snagret. One of the toughest bosses in the entire game. He does not go down easily. He doesn't. And what makes him a lot worse than Burrowing Snagrets is the fact that he has a foot. He can walk. Yeah. So if Burrowing Snagrets were not bad enough, the fact that they're stuck in the ground, yeah, there's this guy. He is no joke. And his range is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. I was not expecting him to come out of the ground when he did, but he freaking did. And I was very scared when that happened. But thankfully we got purple potions so we can freeze him if something does happen. But man, I'm telling you, this boss fight's going to be quite doozy. I'm not looking forward to it. And especially because he really doesn't want to delay his boss fight anymore. He really wants to fight us right away. So, unfortunately for him, he's not going to get that pleasure. Hopefully I'm gonna get the pleasure of hopefully having a red potion in this egg, right? Right? Nope. Definitely not. Okay, so, Olimar and the rest of the Pikmin, you stay back here while I, Louie, defend our glory. And mainly because of what's gonna happen after this dungeon. I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but basically you just want to give Louie some attention before you leave this dungeon. Or whatever dungeon you're in if you happen to get landed on 100% of the depth complete. So, anyways, I'm not gonna spoil that right now. So, the only way to deal with this guy is the same way you would deal with the Burrowing Snagret, is you have to wait for this guy to get stuck in the ground as he's coming out. But even then, this guy does not take damage as fast as Burrowing Snagret. Oh no. No, he doesn't. So, this boss fight takes longer and it's a lot easier to lose your Pikmin to it. So that's why this boss fight sucks so much. So I'm not looking forward to this. Definitely not. He did not get stuck in the ground. That's not good. We're wasting our red potion as we speak right now. The longer we wait for him to get stuck in the ground, the more time that we're wasting our purple potion. And we just got our chance. We just got our breakthrough here. See, look at that. Normally, I would have killed a Burrowing Snagret in that same amount of time that we depleted only about half of his HP. That's how challenging this guy is. If you manage to get him stuck in the ground 3 times at once, then you are one lucky guy, and I happen to be that person right now. Okay, maybe it's 4 times actually need to get him stuck in the ground, but still, it's something like that. Oh god, that was really close. Oh god. I'm actually tempted to go back and flower up one of these guys. In fact, I will. Thankfully, we actually landed next to a yellow nectar thing, so that's good. Okay. Alright, now we're ready for this. Let's do it. Let's try this again. Yeah! Alright! I got really lucky with this boss fight, I'm not gonna lie. Because he literally got stuck in the ground 3 times in a row. And with that, he drops this. Which might actually remind you of the Emperor Voltblax's dropping. Which came out wrong. You've done it! That bird beast will trouble you no more. Processing, how curious. What's that impressive mechanized masterpiece? What, the ship? Oh, it's nothing. Nope, that's definitely not the ship. Stroking its ego. That is actually the ship talking about that treasure that the Snagret just dropped. And we're actually going to pick that up, and you guys will find out what this is. But we're also going to pick up the Snagret because, let's just say that I feel very proud of myself for managing to do this in such a timely manner, because I don't know how I would have done it otherwise, because I seriously do struggle with this boss most of the time. But here we go. See what we got here. Another upgrade to the captains. Justice Alloy. Very fitting name. Berserk does not compute. A metal this dense defies the fundamental laws of physics. Really? Did the game just go fourth wall on us? And yet, if I use this to rework our president's treasured spacesuit, processing complete. Fabrication of the metal suit, Z, is now concluded. This suit is extremely durable. Getting gnawed or stepped on will now produce minimal pain. Oh, so it's like the various suits in Metroid games. No, I'm kidding. But I wonder if that it was actually called to the Metroid series, like having suits like fire retardant suits and suits to make you take less damage. I'm actually wondering that now that I'm actually in the Metroid Prime series now. I'm seriously curious about that. But nonetheless, y'all, we completed Snagret Hole within actually an hour too. Louie, like I did this entire recording session in less than an hour. Of course, again, we might push over an hour after what's about to happen now that we've played the depth, and you're about to find out, y'all. So that's an cave complete, and also an entire region complete too. That is it, y'all, for the Awakening Wood. And fittingly enough, we've got a cutscene coming up as we make our way to the surface. So, y'all, here it comes. Let's shower in our achievement of being done with the Awakening Wood and paying back our debt. And so with that, you've repaid the entire debt. Wow, I can't wait to get that message after I complete my college debt. Uh-oh. We seem to be one captain short, it looks like. And with that, y'all, yeah, I don't think I'm fooling anyone when I say this game is not over yet. But nevertheless, we got the credits. So, so far, this has been a fun project, y'all. Even though it's been, really delayed several times, especially like back when I originally started this in Spring Core, my, college freshman year. But, just stuff like this has been happening, and I've been working on, making up for that by replaying, finishing up Let's Plays, and I managed to do that with quite a few of them this past summer, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do all of them, so unfortunately there's still a bunch of Let's Plays that remain unfinished, but in time, y'all, I will eventually be caught up with all of them. Hopefully. Well, I shouldn't say hopefully. I know it's going to happen eventually, but for the time being, that's basically the best I can do for now. I do have 2 new Let's Plays coming up, actually. Starting September 7th, actually. I'm gonna have a new Let's Play that's starting up on September 7th. And I don't know if I'll continue to update this afterwards. If I do have like a lot of extra episodes recorded, I will do that. If not, then I'll have to continue this like during winter break or something, because but for the time, or after I finish the next 2 Let's Plays, because I'm actually going to be starting up 2 Let's Plays during the fall, and should be finishing also within the fall. So maybe after that I'll have time to finish these projects. So. But yeah, this basically just shows Louie, you know, trying to make his way in the Pikmin world, waiting for Captain Omar to rescue him. Alright, so, as we saw, Satoru Iwata, a man who was very legendary in the world of gaming, unfortunately passed away this summer. Back in July. Still remember that, actually. Okay, so results prior to repaying the debt. So, yeah, you're going to get this again after you, completely finish off the game. But for now, these are my results. I sprouted 560 Pikmin. 119 of which were red, 136 yellow, 185 blue, and you know the rest. So I get up to 100 purples and whites, but total playtime was 11 hours and 38 minutes. I've had as you can see, I actually have a much better time on my other file. Believe it or not, that first file right there, it's 6 hours and 16 minutes. That is actually the entire game complete right there. Believe it or not, I completed the game in 6 hours and 16 minutes without recording, but in recording, it took me almost 12 hours just to complete the depth. That's how slow I've been with this Let's Play, and for that, I will admit, yeah, that's kind of an issue. Is the fact that I was so, you know, do we really only lose? Wait, no. Wait a second. I must have this backwards or something, because... Huh. Well, either way, we only lost, Really? Oh, it's kind of interesting, because this is the second file, but it's saying on the Pikmin lost side, I've only lost 2. And that would be the first file, so... Huh. Either way, it took us 13 days to get to this point. Even though it says we lost 2, but I'm seeing on the second there we lost 6 actually. For some reason, what shows up on top is 2, so I don't know what that's about, but yeah. So in total, we only lost 2 Pikmin this entire Let's Play, and that wouldn't have been for the fact that, you know, if it hadn't been for the fact that I reset it after losing purples and whites, then that probably would have been a larger number than it actually is, but yeah. That's basically our results for now. And so we got one more cutscene coming up, and then we'll end off this episode, and we will resume the expedition and return to the planet. And so, y'all, that brings us to the post-game stuff. First of all, you're going to notice something. Well, first thing you're going to notice is that a new region has opened up, the Wistful Wild. This is the final region of the game, and there's a lot of cool stuff about that region, but we'll get into that once we are in the Wistful Wild. But for now, the first thing we're going to want, the priority before going to Wistful Wild, like even before going there at all, is to complete all the dungeons in the other regions. So we still got one more dungeon left in the Valley of Repose, and 2 more dungeons left in the Perplexing Pool, and 4 above ground treasures. But that's another thing you're going to notice, is that whatever you don't have yet, aside from unexplored dungeons and regions, is... Well, actually, no. It tells you right off the bat that there's 5 treasures in Wistful Wild. But, yeah, aside from unexplored regions, it literally tells you now how many treasures you have left. How many treasures you have left if you don't have, like, you know, any of the areas completely explored them. And not only that, but in the Picklepedia and treasures, you now have a way of determining when you have everything in your Picklepedia and treasures filled out. They replace the missing enemies and treasures with numbers. So now, you have a way of telling when you have discovered all enemies of the game and collected all the treasures in the game. Although, obviously, you're going to get a cutscene when that does happen because, well, that's basically the very ending of the game, is having all the treasures. There are a total of 201 treasures. And this also brings me to something I haven't shown yet in this LPM, at least I'm pretty sure I haven't showed it yet, is how all the treasures are divided into subcategories. And that's what the treasure's pointing out right now. Well, actually more like not subcategories, but series. Like for instance right here we have the gourmet series. These classy flavors will delight the snootiest gourmand. And so yes, every treasure in this entire game belongs to a series. And as you can see, there are a total of 201 treasures in this entire game. So that is your total. I don't quite know. I would have to actually like exit the file in order to find out how many treasures I have left. But I'd say we are probably about a little over halfway done actually by now. I think we are. I can't really tell right now, but yeah. So that's a treasure hoard. And here's the Picklepedia. As you can see, we're actually not too far away from having all the enemies discovered, but that's because we've gone to every region except for one. But other than that, yeah. And you've also got your boss enemies right here too. So as you can see, we got 5 more bosses left to encounter in this entire game. Yep. And also like just about like 8 or so. Yeah, like 12 regular enemies left. So yeah, that's basically what we have left. So it kind of gives you a hint as what's left of the game. So we still got quite a ways to go. But at this point, we're more than halfway done with the game actually. But yeah, all we got left is 2 dungeons, Perplexing Pool, 1 dungeon, Valley Repose, and then the 3 dungeons of Wistful Wild. But after that, y'all, we are done with this game. So yeah, we're coming up on the end here. I really wish we weren't, because I really do enjoy this game, but as much as I enjoy this game, y'all, we'll have to end things off here. So, I am Multi-Classic Gamer. I will see you guys next time for some more Pikmin 2, where hopefully I'll be in a much better position to record, because I won't be sleep deprived or anything. And I will see you guys then. Y'all, thanks for watching. Goodbye.